Welcome, everybody, to episode number 17 of Chatting with Chargers. I'm your host, Thomas Maynard, here with my co-host.
And Melkin.
And what are we talking about today, Adam?
Today we're asking people about finals today. Okay, welcome to Chatting with Chargers. Thank you for joining us. What is your name, year, and major?
My name is Asher. I'm a forensic science major, and I'm a sophomore.
Nice to have you on today, Asher. And how are you feeling as finals week gets closer? Stress, confidence, somewhere in between?
Somewhere in between, because some of my classes, I have to take organic chemistry and physics this semester, and those have been really hard classes, but then some of my other classes, like my criminal justice class, I'm really confident in. So I'm kind of somewhere in between. It just depends on the class.
I get it. And next question, what's one class you're most focusing on preparing for and why?
Definitely probably my physics class, because that's my hardest class, and we've also covered the most material in that class. So I'm definitely going to be spending a lot of time studying for that final.
Yeah, I get that. And then, what study strategies or routines are helping you the most right now?
I think breaking things down. So instead of trying to do everything all at once, I'll focus on one chapter at a time. So I'll study the first chapter, then I'll take a little break, and then I'll do the next chapter, and so on. And I feel like that helps make it less overwhelming, and also helps me remember stuff better.
That's kind of what I would do too with some finals and APs I used to take. And how do you balance studying with taking care of yourself during final season?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think just knowing when I need to take a break is really important, because sometimes I'll focus so much on studying that I won't realize, it's important to take a break and take time for myself. So just focusing on when I need a break, or when it's kind of becoming harder for me to focus on what I'm studying, maybe take a step back and take a little break and do something other than studying.
And final question, what's one piece of advice you'd give to other students to survive or even thrive during finals week?
Just do your best. Not everyone's going to do perfectly on finals, and that's okay. At the end of the day, you're more than just a grade that you receive in a class. So just do your best, but don't overthink it. Don't stress too much about it.
Great advice. And again, Asher, thank you for joining us here today on Chatting with Chargers.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us on Chatting with Chargers. What's your name, year, and major?
You know it, but Azam, my major is journalism, and I'm a junior.
That's good, that's good. How are you feeling as finals week gets closer? Stressed, confident, or somewhere in between? Or are you so crashed out you just want to fail?
I would say normally at this point this semester I'm so crashed out that I want to fail. But I would say it's actually going better than usual. I think the main thing is you just gotta start the assignment, and that's the hardest part, and then you just gotta keep going with the flow and be more productive.
Are there any classes that you might fail?
No? What kind of question is that?
We gotta make sure, we gotta poll the UNH students.
I know, but that's
And see if
not
they're
a
failing
good
there.
question to ask. That's
That's a follow-up question. What's one class you're most focused on preparing for, and why?
Probably my online class, because there aren't that many assignments being posted. It's accelerated, and I need to make sure I do the best on that one, because all the other in-person ones, I just don't like online classes, so it's harder for me to have motivation and focus.
Nah, I feel that. That's so real. How do you balance studying with taking care of yourself during final season?
I would say just I know it sounds counterproductive, but get sleep, because you might think staying up all night to do an assignment or study will help you, and will help somewhat. If you are deprived of energy, you're actually not going to remember anything. And lay off the caffeine. I mean, yes, drink caffeine, but don't abuse it. Not every day.
That's fair, that's fair. What's one piece of advice you give to other students to survive during finals week?
I mean, I've got it easy. I'm a communications student, but if you're in the science business, all that science and math, really just as much hours asking for help, study with friends who know stuff. There's tutors in the library, ask your teacher for help, and just the most, I guess, effort in understanding the concepts and what you're trying to do, and just be confident in yourself.
Thank you so much for joining us on Chatting with Chargers.
Thank you, of course, as always, Thomas.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us today on Chatting with Chargers. What's your name, year, and major?
My name is Cami. I'm a sophomore and I'm a dental hygiene major in the School of Health Sciences.
Nice to hear. And how are you feeling as finals week gets closer? Are you stressed, confident, somewhere in between?
I'm honestly so tired of everything and I'm so stressed and I feel like I'm about to crash out. And I feel like it's definitely a lot more stressful than it was freshman year.
I get it. And what's one class you're most focused on preparing for and why?
I feel like the one that really matters the most to me is my dental class because it ties into my major and if I screw it up, then I'm screwed.
Well, I'd be confident. I mean, that's what I usually try to do with my hardest work. What study strategies or routines are helping you the most right now?
I feel like if you go over the slides and you get a good overview of the topics on the exam, you look at the study guides and typically you can use AI to make like flashcards for you and go through it. You don't necessarily need to be like all anti-AI. I mean, take it to your advantage. It's pretty freaking cool that you can put in a whole study guide and make flashcards.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of AI, but I get how it can be used from time to time. And how do you balance studying with taking care of yourself during final season?
I don't.
Why not?
Because I typically put off all my studying until last minute and I procrastinate and then I wait until like a night or two before the exam and I'm like, oh shoot, what am I gonna do? I'm like, okay, time to study.
Yeah, I won't deny it. I've done that before. But what's one piece of advice you'd give other students to survive for finals week?
To survive, I'd say just don't put it off until the last moment. That's the worst possible thing you could possibly ever do. I know it's tempting, I know you're tired, I know you'd rather do anything but study, but I think the most important thing to do is to just get through everything and just do all your damn work, then enjoy your break.
I totally get it. And again, thank you for joining us and chatting with Chargers today, Cami.
Thank you for joining us on Chatting with Chargers. What's your name, year, and major?
My name is Dee. I am a junior and I'm a psych major.
How are you feeling as finals week approaches? Stressed, confident, or somewhere in between?
I'm a little in between. I have a few good classes I think I'll do pretty good in, but I don't think I'm stressed. Just trying to get through the semester and yeah.
What's one class you're most focused on preparing for and why?
Definitely stats. I'm not very good at math, so I've been trying to get through that class throughout the year. So yeah, I'm most focused on getting a good grade on that.
What study strategies or routines are helping you most right now?
If we have a If we have a assignment that is due, I try to get all the work done for that and then look at it once finals are coming up.
How do you balance studying and taking care of yourself during finals?
I just try to make sure that I have my time at the end of the day where I could just relax and watch my TikToks and yeah.
What's one piece of advice you'd give to other students to survive or even thrive during finals week?
Like you were saying, take care of yourself. Make sure that you have a good work and life balance and try to do your best.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
Thank you for joining us here on Chatting with Chargers today. What's your name, year, and major?
I'm Anne. I'm a second year, and my major is forensic science.
Nice to have you on Chatting with Chargers today. How are you feeling as finals week gets closer? Are you stressed, confident, somewhere in between?
It's honestly been a bit tiring. I'm glad we get a break, but then like right after we have to prep for finals, which is not as fun. I do have like one group project, which I'm like sort of dreading, but it's not that bad. And then the test, all you gotta do is like study, lock in, guys.
Yep, that's a good mentality to have. And what's one class that you're most focused on and why?
What class am I focused on?
Yes, most focused on preparing for.
Oh, preparing for it. Right now it's bioethics because we have that group project and we like prepare a situation in which a lot of bioethics concerns happens and then like we have a class analyze it. And we have not done anything for that class yet, but it's like a group project, so working and preparing for that will be fun.
I get it. What study strategies or routines are helping you the most right now?
Right now, I would probably say just like sitting in the library and doing work and trying not to let like social media or the phone distract me as much.
I get it. And how do you balance studying with taking care of yourself during final season?
Well, especially during reading days and before in between finals, there's a lot of like free time. So like I'll block off some time for studying and then another set of time for like volunteering, going out, just enjoying myself, playing games. Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes me and Ann have gone on excursions around downtown New Haven, just for the record. And by the way, Ann and Lee right here, they are also the treasurer for the organization Pride, and also have been a contributing writer to me at the Charger Bulletin. And the last question here: what's one piece of advice you give to other students to survive or even thrive during finals week?
Lock in, guys.
Good advice. Thank you for joining us today on Chatting with Chargers.
Thank you for joining us on Chatting with Chargers. What's your name, year, and major?
My name is Jade. I am a sophomore communications student with a concentration in multi-platform journalism and media.
How are you feeling as finals week gets closer? Stressed, confident, or somewhere in between?
Stressed. I'm
Why?
terrified. I had a rougher semester, and I just think the impending doom of finals is going to eat me up.
Think you're going to fail any of them?
Probably not. I'm
Okay,
just
good.
over-analytical of myself.
Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. What's one class you're most focused on and why?
I'm in the journalism practicum that Campbell runs because I'm an editor for Horseshoe Magazine, shameless plug. And I put a lot of love into Horseshoe. I absolutely adore it. I edit literary and personal essays. I wrote a lot of really personal pieces this semester, and it's really nice to know that you can also get class credit for something that you're very passionate about.
What study strategies or routines are helping you the most right now?
Definitely coming onto campus. I'm a commuter. Coming onto campus, putting my headphones in, sitting in the library, sitting in some of these open spaces, and just locking in, even if it's for 30 minutes, even if it's for an hour. Just using that free time, coming on campus, getting out of the house, and paying attention to, my assignments, my Canvas assignments, things like that.
How do you balance studying and taking care of yourself during final season?
That is a great question. It's really hard. I work full time. I'm a student. It's a mess, but making sure that you have at least one day that's for yourself for me, making sure it fits into my work schedule, my class schedule, whatever it is, and that there's one day where if I really, really want to go out and do something with my friends, with my partner, whatever it is, I can do it.
What's one piece of advice you'd give other students to survive their finals?
To survive finals, drink a lot of water, make sure you get really, really great rest, study. It's annoying, it stinks, make those flashcards, buy that 12-pack of highlighters and color code everything and study your butt off.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us in episode 18 of Chatting with Chargers. Adam and I have a special power. We magically can change our clothes. How do you feel about that?
It's definitely an interesting power to have.
Anyways, it's because we film on filming separate things on separate days and things I think I'm actually, funny enough, wearing the same thing I wore last week when we filmed the actual interviews.
I don't know. I wouldn't remember.
I remember. Anyway, being said, you could follow us on Instagram and YouTube at Chatting with Chargers. New episodes every Friday at 12 p.m. and daily posts on Instagram. We'll see you next time, everybody. Have a good one.
Have a good holiday.